Welcome to Mint. I'm Malia Polisser. In today's edition of From the Newsroom, we have with us Surabhi Agarwal. Welcome to the show, Surabhi. We also have with us Mr. Rajiv Dabadhkar, the founder of National Organization for Software and Technology Professionals. Welcome to the show, Rajiv.
Thank you, Malia.
Today we're here to talk about the recent Infosys versus Jack Palmer case, which was dismissed yesterday by a district court judge in the United States. Surabhi, my first question is for you. Can you tell me a little bit of background about the case?
Right. So this is a very high-profile case, Malia. It's public knowledge that in February last year, Jack Palmer, who's an American employee in Infosys, filed a suit against the company where basically he said that Infosys was retaliating against him. The background of this is that Jack had traveled to Bangalore a couple of times, and he supposedly has seen some kind of a misuse of business visas by Infosys. He was also apparently asked by Infosys to sign some kind of documents which would further misrepresent these visas. So after, figuring out these things, he sort of pointed out this misuse of business visas to Infosys HR, to the whistleblowers, and as well as to the federal authorities. And after that, he's saying that he received threats and his bonuses were not paid. So this is sort of a harassment suit that he filed in an Alabama court in the U.S. against Infosys.
My next question is for you, Rajiv. Can you explain to me what the implications of this dismissal will have on Indians who are working in the U.S. as IT workers and also the industry at large?
Okay. For one, I would like to say that the case has not been thrown out. It just means that the statute says alleged electronic and telephonic threats are nevertheless threatening, but then there is no provision in the Alabama state law that could protect the whistleblowers. Nevertheless, the case has been dismissed, and the first question that may come up with those guest workers who are in the U.S. would be seeking protection if at all they look at being a whistleblower with their employers. Needlessly, there is a good amount of evidence that a lot of guest workers from India who are currently working in the U.S. are being subjugated by their own visa sponsoring companies. This lawsuit probably may discourage these workers to stand up and seek justice while they are working with their employers in the U.S.
Thank you so much, Rajiv, for that insight. Sure. Surabhi, my last question is for you. Can you tell me what the impact of this dismissal will have on Infosys?
Right. So it's obviously a very big positive for the company. As everybody knows, Infosys has been under a lot of pressure recently for the underperformance. Reasons are multiple. The global demand for technology has been pretty slow, as well as the company has been going through internal restructuring processes, which is, again, everything is showing on the company's results, which have been pretty bad for the last couple of quarters. So it's like, even if this will not have any kind of a material impact on the company's business, but it's just like one thing off their head for sure. But the point to be noted here is that the other cases which were sparked by Palmer's findings, which is the investigation by the Department of Homeland Security, as well as the grand jury investigation into misuse of business visas, the outcome of those cases need to be watched very, very carefully, because they could have ramifications not just for Infosys, but for the overall technology industry at large.
So it sounds like Infosys isn't totally out of the fire yet.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you so much for those insights, Surabhi. And thank you for joining us, Rajiv.
Thank you, Malia.
That wraps up our show for today. Please stay tuned for next time. Thank you for watching.